An introduction to lateral service line clearing. Hi, and welcome to the video for the lateral service line overview. In this video, you're going to see the common problems and various issues that come with having a lateral service line. Customers often refer to this as their main sewer line. What it really is the lateral connection to the city sewer main. You're also going to see some brief overview of septic systems, how they're connected, and how they relate to potential pitfalls and hazards, and a little bit of how to address them. We'll get more granular as we go into other training videos with the details and various equipment and problems that you'll encounter, but this serves as a basic introduction. So enjoy the video, and if you have any questions, be sure to reach out to your supervisor, trainer, or service manager for additional help. Enjoy! Common issues and problems for a lateral service line include sewer backup into the yard or residence, uncapped cleanouts, faulty lateral connections, root intrusions, broken lateral lines, cracked or broken pipe, broken house lateral, faulty manhole cover, deteriorating manhole, natural erosion, pipe corrosion, calcification and scale buildup, soil shifting, fog, and vertically separated outside cleanout. Terminology that you will be needing to be aware of. Lateral service line. This is also called the main drain line by most homeowners. Cleanout, cleanout cap, snake, cable, cutter, scale, corrosion, fog, access point, municipal sewer main, root intrusion, septic system, septic tank, leach field, drain field. The lateral service line, also known as the main drain line by many homeowners, all wastewater from the house is carried to the municipal sewer line by one main drain pipe that runs horizontally but with a slight downward slope under the lowest floor in a home out to the municipal sewer main or out to the septic field. Many homeowners will refer to it as their main drain line. In actuality, it is the lateral service line of the property which connects to the city sewer or the property septic system. Usually 4 inches in diameter, it can be 3, 4, or 6 inches in diameter. Although usually cast iron, we also regularly run into asbestos cement, AC, ABS, or PVC pipes. In Anchorage, some lateral service lines are composed of wood or a tar paper material called Orangeburg. The line is rarely visible since it usually runs under the home's basement or foundation slab. You will see this drain line during major repairs or additions to the system. The drain line can be inspected by a sewer camera to evaluate the condition of the line and make appropriate recommendations. In fact, this is the only way to truly know what is affecting the lateral service line. Access point. The location from which you will most effectively begin snaking is known as the access point. It can be an exterior cleanout or an interior cleanout or a toilet. The toilet will need to be removed to best access the sewer service line. Making an accurate assessment of where best to operate your equipment is essential to your success. The sewer cleanout. The sewer cleanout is just that, an access to clear or clean the line in the event of a backup or regular clearing. It usually has a cap or hub to prevent outflow. The cleanout can be found in a number of places. Most commonly, they are mounted in the floor or wall of a bathroom or utility area, or located outside the home near the foundation. The fitting is used when a major clog is blocking the lateral service line, aka the main drain line. With the cap removed, A motorized auger or a snake can be used to remove a clog in the drain line. Often, an uncapped cleanout can be responsible for allowing debris to enter the sewer line. If you notice the cleanout is uncapped, recommend installing a new cap. Cleanouts can heave due to ground freezing and thawing. They can become separated from the lateral service line and allow debris to enter the line. Note whether the cleanout appears to have heaved. Another term for this heaving is frost-jacked. What you're seeing on this slide is types of sewer cleanouts. One in ground outside. The center photo shows the exterior cleanout. The other two photos show the in-wall cleanouts within the house. Fog. Fog is simply an acronym for the fats, oils, and greases that enter a plumbing system. These underestimated substances can build up over time and wreak havoc on plumbing. Fog can clog plumbing pipes and sewer systems the way cholesterol clogs your arteries. Fats, oils, and greases are insoluble in water. Dish soaps won't help. Worse, as fog cools, it floats on the surface of sewer fluids and solidifies on pipes. As a result, pipes may need to be cleaned more frequently or replaced sooner before they become completely blocked and cause a sewage backup into a home or overflow onto streets. When you pull your cable back, you might notice globs of goo of various colors. This is an indication of fog. To assess the extent to which fog is impeding the line, a camera inspection is required. Our advanced cleaning team will use high-pressure jetting to break up the fog and allow it to proceed to the city main. One of your roles as a service technician is to be a consultant. Indeed, it's often the most important role. It establishes a sense of authority and cooperation with the customer and gives you an opportunity to give vital information to your customers to avoid future problems. Take a moment and look at the tips below about how you can educate your customer on issues like fog, fat, oils, and grease. Scale. In cast iron sewer pipes, corrosion deposits form naturally over time and attach to the pipe's inner walls through a process known as tuberculation. These deposits are also known as scale. Every time you flush the toilet, debris can get slowed down or even trapped by these deposits. If left untreated, these corrosion deposits will continue to grow, shrinking the pipe interior and damaging the pipe. After 2 or 3 decades, corrosion deposits can expand, shrinking the pipe's interior by as much as 25%, reducing the pipe's efficiency and flow rate, and potentially leading to a clogged drain and/or pipe degradation. Here's another opportunity for you to educate your customer. When it comes to scale, it's important to let them know that this is a natural process of minerals and deposits building up on pipes over time. The longer the root intrusion. Trees and shrubs are always looking for sources of water and nutrients. Their roots can penetrate sewer lines through joints, cracks, or breaks. The lateral service technician's job is to open a backed up service line to allow our camera team to assess the degree of intrusion and offer the best options to solve the problem. Our advanced cleaning team uses drain machines with cutting blades or milling chains to fully remove existing intrusions. A note on that is that tree roots will grow back. And the only way to prevent further intrusions is either through coating or lining the pipe.
So here we have another opportunity for you to educate your customer. If you notice when you're snaking the drain that you're pulling back bits of twigs or other matted material, it could be a root intrusion. That is something that our camera inspection team will definitely identify when they come out to inspect the line. One of the ways to minimize the level of intrusion is in landscaping. Let your customers know that if they are planning on landscaping in the spring or in the summer, to pay attention to where they're planning on putting trees and bushes to avoid having roots grow into the openings that occur at points along a drain line. Also, let them know that we can identify the direction and length and positioning of the sewer line so that they can have that in their tool bag, so to speak, when they talk to their landscape person. Now is a great time to take a short break. Pause the video, review what you've absorbed so far, jot down any questions that you might have for your service manager, trainer, or supervisor, and then re-engage the video once you feel like you've absorbed enough information. Please don't hesitate to reach out with any questions that you have, and I recommend putting on a song, stretching, taking a little bit of a break periodically throughout these videos so that you can make sure that you stay engaged.
Municipal sewer main. The end point of the home's drainage system is the municipal sewer main. A home's main drain line runs perpendicular to the sewer main, angled downward to promote the flow of waste. Homeowners have no control over the municipal line since it's owned by a city, county, or wastewater district. In Anchorage, AWU is the municipal agency responsible for maintaining city sewers. In some cases, you will be in contact with AWU to get distances or locations of the connection to a city sewer main. Tools and equipment. You will be using a lateral service or mainline machine. Primarily, you will use whip attachments on the cables, unless the camera has already been used to establish that no backwater valves have been detected and no gas lines have been cross-bored through the lateral service line. Occasionally, you will use cutters, but only after verifying that the line does not have backwater valves or cross-bored gas lines.
There are about 15 to 20,000 septic systems in the city and municipality of Anchorage. These can pose a definite area of concern for a customer because their drain field, their septic tank, and the connection between the septic tank and the house need to be maintained regularly.
Septic systems. All water runs out of a house from one main drainage pipe into a septic tank. The septic tank is buried, watertight, and usually made of concrete, fiberglass, or polyethylene. Its job is to hold the wastewater long enough to allow solids to settle down to the bottom, forming sludge, while the oil and grease floats to the top as scum. Compartments and a T-shaped outlet prevent the sludge and scum from leaving the tank and traveling into the drain field area. The liquid wastewater, also known as effluent, then exits the tank into the drain field. The drain field is a shallow, covered excavation made in unsaturated soil. Pre-treated wastewater is discharged through piping onto porous surfaces that allow wastewater to filter through the soil. The soil accepts, treats, and disperses wastewater as it percolates through the soil, ultimately discharging into groundwater. If the drain field is overloaded with too much liquid, it can flood, causing sewage to flow to the ground surface or create backups in toilets and sinks. Finally, the wastewater percolates into the soil, naturally removing harmful coliform bacteria, viruses, and nutrients. Coliform bacteria is a group of bacteria predominantly inhabiting the intestines of humans or other warm-blooded animals. It is an indicator of human fecal contamination. There are approximately 18,000 homes on septic systems which do not tie to the city's sewer in the city of Anchorage. The lateral service line connects to a tank which filters the solids from the groundwater. The tank will need to be pumped at least once a year. The water flows into a field, often called a leach field or drain field. These can fail over time. The septic tank. The lateral service line from the house connects to the tank at the inlet T. Wastewater enters the first chamber of the tank, allowing solids to settle and scum to float. The settled solids are anaerobically digested, reducing the volume of solids. The liquid component flows through the dividing wall into the second chamber where further settlement takes place. The excess liquid, now in a relatively clear condition, then drains from the outlet into the septic drain field, also referred to as leach field, drain field, or seepage field, depending on locality. A leach field, also known as a septic tank, drain field, or leach drain, is an underground array of perforated pipes adjacent to the septic tank. The leach field is responsible for removing contaminants and impurities from liquid after it leaves the septic tank.
Phew, a lot of information there. So as you start to get a grip of what you'll be doing with lateral service lines and septic systems, it's important to understand other parts of your role as a service technician. Of course, earlier I indicated that one of your primary roles is that of a consultant, but you're also going to be servicing the line. So you will want to make sure that you have a good sense of what you're going to be engaging with, educating the customer on how their line and system works, as well as clearing the line, enabling the camera technician to have a clear view of what is happening.
Let's put first things first. Locate and identify the access points for the lateral service line. A cleanout might be in a laundry room, basement, crawl space, or closet inside the house. A cleanout might be located at the exterior of the house, near the foundation, or flush mounted in the driveway. If no cleanout is available, it will be necessary to pull the toilet and proceed from there. Take great care when pulling and resetting a toilet. Make sure to take photos of the access point prior to beginning work and attach the pictures to the job record. If removing the toilet is necessary, inspect the toilet for cracks or other defects and note them in your job record. Bring the defects to your customer's attention prior to beginning any work. Take pictures of any defects and attach them to your job record. Install new rack springs when remounting the toilet. Recaulk the base of the toilet. If you're clearing a line from an inside cleanout, make sure to properly prep the space to keep mess to a minimum and protect the home. Use covers to protect the floor from drain machine wheels. When taking the machine upstairs or into confined areas, disassemble the machine and make 2 trips. If you're clearing the line from a toilet access point, make sure that there is a secure place to set the toilet. Again, note any defects to the bowl, tank, or flange. Notify customer of defects and take pictures. Do not rush the process, but do be aware of your time. Keep dispatch updated once you begin. Notify dispatch when you've opened the line or if you're having difficulty. Notify customer of the arrival of the camera inspection technician. Potential pitfalls. Failing to correctly diagnose the issue. Make sure you're working from the proper access point. Make sure you are using the proper equipment. Make sure you are thorough. If a clearing has taken more than 45 minutes to open the line, stop and reassess and call your manager. Review previous jobs. Debrief difficult jobs, take notes, and ask for help. Things to be aware of. Your cable can get stuck. Look for visible separations of the outside cleanout, debris or objects in the cleanout. Note the distance to the city main or septic holding tank. If you end up snaking further than the noted distance, you may be stuck in the city main or septic holding tank. If you find you're out further, stop and ensure you're in the right spot. If you are in the right location or at the limit of the lateral service line and the line will not seem to open, continue to work the cable or call your manager for help. The typical line should not take more than 45 minutes to an hour to open. As soon as standing water flows, the line is ready for the camera specialist.
And there you have it. It's a lot of information to absorb. Don't be afraid to go back and review this video from time to time and take any notes that occur to you and ask any questions that you have. Remember that paying attention to the progression of the job as it goes is extremely important, but it is also within your control and your power to make the best decisions you can for your customer. Again, reach out and hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll look forward to seeing you in the next one.